Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Brothers and sisters, you're welcome to the channel once again. Today, we want to address a particular topic. I've been having people ask me, my students, and some other friends as well, asking me that should the ma'mum, that is the follower of the Imam on Salah, recite along with the Imam? Now, I want to give a response which I saw from Sheikh Bombaz, and I felt that this response is very apt. So I want to read from his Masu'atu al-Fatawa al-Baziyya. Masu'atu al-Fatawa al-Baziyya. So let's read his response. He said, when he was asked a similar question, he said, Naam, yes. He said, Al-Wajib Qira'atul Fatihati mutlaqun. He said, the recitation of Suratul Fatiha is no doubt, is without a doubt a compulsory act. He says, Sawa'an sakat al-imam am lam yaskut al-imam. Whether the imam pauses or the imam does not pause, then he should recite. In sakata shara'a al-ma'mum an yakraha fi sakta hatta yajma'a bayna al-qira'ati wa bayna al-insat. He said that if the imam pauses, then he should recite in those pauses, to the point that you will be able to recite when he's pausing and then pause when he's reciting. He is able to do it that way. He said, وَلَوْ قَرَأْتَ ثُمَّ بَدَأَ يَقْرَأُ وَأَنْتَ لَمْ تَكْمُلْ كَمَلْتَهَا فَإِنْ لَمْ يَسْكُتْ. He said, if you are reciting in those pauses and he starts reciting before you finish, you complete, even if he's reciting, you complete your own recitation of Suratul Fatiha. Take note, Suratul Fatiha. It did not say another surah. Suratul Fatiha. And this is talking about the Jahriya, when the Imam is reciting aloud. He said, Takra'u wa in kana yakra'u thumma tansutu. Now, when he's reciting, you recite as well. And after recitation of Suratul Fatiha, you keep quiet and listen to the rest. He said, his evidence is the hadith of Rasulullah where he said, he asked the Sahaba, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَقْرَؤُونَ خَلْفَ إِمَامِكُمْ, is that you recite up behind your Imam. قُلْنَا نَعَمْ. The Sahaba said, yes. He said, لَا تَفْعَلُوا. So someone said, لَا تَفْعَلُوا إِلَّا بِفَاتِحَةِ الْكِتَابِ فَإِنَّهُ لَا صَلَاةَ لِمَنْ لَمْ يَقْرَأْ بِهَا. He said that don't do that except for Fatiha. He said, for that person that did not recite Fatiha has no salah. That's what someone said. So it means that even if you are behind the Imam, you must recite your Fatiha. He said, وَهَذَا نَصٌّ صَرِيحٌ فِي أَمْرِ الْمَأْمُومِ بِقِرَاءَتِهَا مُطْلَقٌ فِي الْجَهْرِيَّةِ وَسِرِّيَّةِ. He said, this hadith is a clear text that is telling us that the Ma'mum should recite Surah Al-Fatiha, whether it is in Salat that the Imam recites aloud or Salat that the Imam recites silently. So we cannot read everything said, but let's just go to the end of it. He said, وَالْعُلَمَاءُ لَهُمْ أَقْوَالُ ثَلَاثَةً. He said the scholars have three opinions on this. He said, the first one, أنه لا يكره مطلقا لا في سرية ولا في الجارية بل تسقط عنه القراءة بقراءة الإمام. He said that it is the first opinion from scholars is that he will not recite. The Imam will not recite. Whether the Imam is reciting aloud or not reciting aloud, that the recitation of the Imam is okay for his own recitation, that he may not recite. Now, he said, وَالْقَوْلُ الثَّانِي, the second one is that يَقْرَأُ فِي سِرِّيَّةِ دُونَ الْجَهْرِيَّةِ. He said the second one is that the Ma'mum will recite when the Salah is Salah that will recite silently, like the Zuhr and Asr, but he will not recite when it gets to the Jahriya. He said because Allah SWT said, that is their own evidence, those who hold this point, is that Allah said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا. He said that when the Quran is being recited, you should listen to it and keep quiet. And also the hadith where also some said, وَإِذَا قَرَأَ الْإِمَامِ فَأَنْصِتُوا, that when the Imam is reciting, then keep quiet. Now, these are the first two opinions. Now the third opinion, he said, وَالْقَوْلُ الثَّالِثِ أَنَّهُ يَكْرَهُ فِي سِرِيَّةٍ وَالْجَهْرِيَّةِ. The third opinion is that he will recite both in the salat that we recite aloud and the salat that we recite silently. He said, لِقَوْلِهِ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامُ, and he referred the hadith that he quoted the hadith that we quoted earlier too, that hadith is the evidence to back this. He said, it means that La solata liman la yakrah biha, whoever has not recited Suratul Fatiha has no salah. The magnitude of this is so much. So he said, فَهَذَا حَدِيثٌ صَحِيحٌ. He said, this hadith is sahih. يَدُلُّ عَلَىٰ أَنَّ الْمَأْمُومَ يَقْرَهُ فِي سِرِيَّةٍ وَالْجَهْرِيَّةِ الْفَاتِحَةَ خَاصَّةً. Is that the ma'mum will recite Fatiha, only Fatiha, in both the Jariyah and the Siriyah. Summa yunsitu. Then afterwards, he will keep quiet. He now said, Amma fi Siriyah. If it is in the salah we recite silently, then fayakrahu ziyadatan, then he will recite the surah after that Fatiha. If it's for the Zuhr and Asri, he said, wala haraj. He said, لأنه ليس هناك قراءة ينصت لها, because in this situation there is no recitation that he needs to keep quiet for. So you recite as you're supposed to recite. So it's important for us to note this. This is the point of Sheikh Ibn Baz, and this is the point that I also believe is more preponderant among the views, that has better stand. It has better stand among the views. So Wallahu alam, Allah knows best. But then, brothers and sisters, that is the best I can do in terms of the response to that question. May Allah grant us beneficial knowledge, ease of understanding, and success in all our endeavors. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Until next time, it's me again, Abu Zubayr. Assalamu alaikum.